Anyone? Natalie. What? No. No thanks. I'm not going. We all make to be present in these exercises. Come on. This is a judgment-free zone.
Oh, map's ready.
Heard.
What's up, Tank?
Hey.
How you doing, buddy? Ready for a cast? Ready for us on Valorant?
Please join us. They said Natalie heard you the other day, didn't she?
Are you able to be heard?
Have heard how that made you feel.
Hopefully. It doesn't say they're live quite yet.
Yeah, it probably has a delay though. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It is the delay.
Oh, so are we live now? All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to some Edinboro Valorant. My name is Daniel Rarity. I'm joined with my good friend. Introduce yourself to the people.
Howdy. It's Dyros coming at you live. Watching Edinboro come back for a second time. We saw them last week face off against the Clark Cougars, and a little bit of a disappointing defeat. But we're hoping they can get some redemption here. Maybe see if they've swapped up their plays from the last time.
Yeah, absolutely. As some early shots do end up going down, there goes some damage. One player ends up falling. Emmy and Sam end up trading things out. We're all tied up. That spike is starting to get planted as well.
Oh yeah, we're seeing a little bit of aggression here. We're seeing a little bit of aggression here from the opposing team. I'm not entirely positive of the name of this team. Do you know?
I do have it here. Just one moment while I bring this up here.
Edinboro's going to go ahead and take their first L. Okay.
Go against Pace.
Heard. Well, alrighty then. Pace is now up 1-0. Some fairly strong gameplay, honestly. It was a fairly quick plant right off rip.
Yeah, a nice aggressive plant, especially on an eco round, where you can afford to take those early risks and get a bit aggressive. You do like to see that. And this is actually a pretty important match here for Edinboro. If they win it, then they're going to stay on track here for that playoff race. But if they lose, it's going to be pretty tough for them to get back into it. So a big swing game here for Edinboro. Try to pull this one out here.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna have to see some better than average plays, especially on these early maps and these early rounds, just to try to get some kind of leeway, get their foot in the door, get some early wins, early picks, just stuff that they're really gonna have to have in orbits with a ridiculous hip fire quick scope.
Yeah, I actually think that was a hip fire. I don't think he scoped in before he shot. So that was a crazy hip fire headshot right there, as that spike does end up getting planted in the turn and burn as well. Edinboro now down 2 players.
Yeah, looking at this as a okay, all right. I spoke a little too soon. It is now 3v3. I was about to mention something about how quickly Edinboro is getting taken out here, but as soon as I mentioned it, they turned right around. Kai taking a bit of damage here, just a little bit more stun damage than anything.
Yeah, and now in the 1v2, not quite gonna cut it. It's gonna be Pace up 2-0 early on in this one, taking both of those early eco rounds and trying to set up that economy here.
I was about to say, I am seeing a fair bit of defensive play from Pace here. It's not something that Edinboro is usually faced with, is like a hyper defensive team right off rip. We usually see a lot of aggression in these early rounds, but I think this might be throwing them off. I think that they might have came into this expecting, you know, not a team that kind of just sits there and waits for these angles.
Yeah, precisely.
We'll just have to see how this goes. This is going to be an interesting matchup, nonetheless. I feel like even if Pace, even if they do get the advantage here, I feel like Edinboro has that tendency of being able to actually pick up exactly what's happening and at least try to flip a couple of rounds. And I'm hoping they don't make the same mistake they made with Clark Cougars and giving them leeway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. You got to keep that pedal to the metal, and just off the rip, man, that Stinger putting in a couple kills is an absolute backbreaker. But it's gonna be all up to Kai, the fan favorite in the 1v3, picks up the one, gets the stun out, as well as the flash picks up the second 1v1 now here against Emmy. It's gonna be Kai putting down some damage, gonna get the next stun, gonna get the peak, gonna get the kill. It's the 1v3 clutch out of Kai. Absolutely incredible.
This is definitely going to drive the fans crazy. It is absolutely insane. Not something we expected from Kai off rip, but I'm sure Edinboro is definitely hyping up their teammate for that one. Way to go, Kai.
Absolutely, man. Guys, can we get some Kai hype in chat?
Yeah, let's
get your fella. Let's go.
Let's get some Kai W's in chat for that 3K clutch. Absolutely insane gameplay for Edinboro. They definitely needed that to avoid Pace getting a 3-point lead.
If that doesn't wake you up and get you going a little bit, I don't know what will, man. That was some incredible work and some great util usage. I mean, everything was great there for Kai.
It looks like we're going to be seeing a hard A push. Early shots from Noah and Sammy. And Jet taking a lot of damage before dipping out. Chaos putting his shots on tonight. We did see him play fairly decently the last time. We saw a lot of early aggression, but that early aggression turned into a lot of laid backness that ended up biting him in the rear end later on. And let's see if he's learned from that mistake or if he's just going to continue to make it. But it looks like he's on the right track so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to set things up well here early on in this one, though. 2 from Edinboro do fall. They do get that spike planted, though. Now evened out 3-on-3. It's going to be full on retake here. Some early shots going out. Some damage here out of Kai, who's starting to pick up their shots a little bit here, but they do get tagged out. They do get silenced there for a bit. Meanwhile, Blitz ends up picking up Emmy. It's going to be a 3-on-2.
This is looking fairly good for Edinboro, but they need to go ahead and get these kills. Chaos dropping angry, but San Roshi is going to turn right around and answer that call. Now a 1v1 situation, and Blitz is going to pick it up for Edinboro.
There we go. That's what we were talking about. Edinboro getting 2 in a row after falling down 0-2. You know, starting to pick things up a bit. You know, nothing wrong with taking a little bit to wake up. To all tied at 2. Grab that momentum as well. Start to snowball this like you did in that last week's match. Just early snowballing can be the entire advantage that you need to take the map. So, keep it up, man.
Realistically, you have to know that Valorant is just one of those games where when you get the momentum, your team gets hyped up. You know, you have that sense of, okay, we actually can do this. And it seems, it might be a placebo effect, but it seems like you can turn it around and, you know, just like you said, snowball it down, get some plays, and just make it happen. And, on the flip side of that, you start hitting the negative side of that snowball, you start losing back-to-back rounds, it really puts a damper on the team's morale.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. That's the whole point of these early rounds and trying to get advantages in these early rounds is just trying to stifle your opponents and stop them from going before they can even go. And that is going to be Chaos with a nice kill there inside of the alleyway, but it gets traded out by Noah. As now more fights in over towards that wooden archway, and that is going to be Tony Stark and Blitz coming out on top, and that's going to be a 3rd round for Edinboro.
Can we just point out the fact that Edinboro is coming out guns ablazing? All of their shots are hitting target, and they are doing what they came out here to do. They are not giving Pace this advantage that they needed. They had it up 2-0, and just like that, that lead is gone. Edinboro definitely showing a lot more gun skill than these first 2 rounds.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about it last week too. That's a big thing that they have in their advantage is this gun skill. There's a select couple players on this team, if not even all of them, who can absolutely have their moments and just frag out when they need to. And playing to those advantages is definitely something they should be doing. And that's all they've been doing these last 3 rounds.
Yeah, we did see Tony Stark actually popping off with Chaos early round last week. He was definitely a gunner for his team, and we might actually see Chaos continuing this trend as long as he actually, you know, just keeps his mind in the game, stays focused, and puts the shots where they need to go. Just as soon as I say that, he takes out no like it's nothing, and then Emmy's just going to go ahead and answer that with a quick trade here.
Yeah, quick trade, 4-on-4 to kick things off. A nice little, you know, util use right up top there. Gets him a little extra stun damage, but it's gonna be Tony Stark falling down in the 1v1. There goes the tripwire placement. Gonna end up picking that right back up as they try to approach over towards this corner here where Sam is, and Sam's gonna pick up one. Some blind shots going down. Angry's defusing with that smoke up, and Angry's gonna get the defuse, the clutch defuse, and that's gonna end the 3-0 roll.
That right there, I feel like is literally just a simple case of you don't know where the opponent is. You know, there was just so much noise happening all around him. He may not have heard the defuse, and by the time he came out of the smoke, it was just simply too late. He has to know in that 1v1 situation or 1v2 situation that he's just got to go for it, especially if you're keeping track in your head of where that bomb is at time-wise. You have to be able to get to that objective and make a play.
Yeah, exactly. That can't happen, especially when you're up 3-1 or on life count, man. Someone's got to have an eye on that objective. All 3 players were just sitting in that smoke there and just not quite able to do much, and it cost them the round.
If you notice, Tony Stark is doing his signature jump jiggle peek there just to kind of fake out some shots, and it looks like he's got the what skin is that for? That's for the operator, is it not?
Yeah, that is for the op. That is a.
Oh boy!
I actually have that skin for the op. Funny enough, it was one of the only skins that I own in this game. Nice little dragon, you know, putting down some early lane watching there, zooming in, trying to get a little more info. It's going to be Blitz trying to call out some enemies there, and meanwhile, Sanroshi peeking around the corner does barely get missed by that op.
Yeah, Sanroshi's definitely playing with fire. You give Tony Stark that op, and you give him an opportunity to shoot, and he's going to make it happen. So he needs to play his life a little more carefully than that. But as soon as I say that, UP Blitz is just going to go ahead and headshot him out of existence.
Yeah, beautiful stuff out of Blitz there. Blitz has been having a pretty decent start, and then Noah actually gets that nice little blind kill right there. Very nice 30 stuff.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left.
A 4v5 situation. Pace is going to have to make a play here.
Put down some shots around the corner.
Oh, Tony Stark with the op. And Emmy's going to wallbang Chaos there. I don't think that's who he intended on, but that's just who it falls.
10 seconds left.
KO's knife getting destroyed. Only 5 seconds left.
Emmy picks up a kill. The ult is popped here for Tony Stark. Flying around the corner, picks up 1 kill, but it's not going to be enough. The defenders are going to win that round. Tony Stark, that plant is not going to do anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, that definitely seemed more of a situation where they were just trying to play for kills there instead of actually getting that plant. Me personally, I mean, I know that I don't have the rank to back it up, but me personally, I would have rotated out and I would have went ahead and, you know, put that plant down at least just to give our team a little more time to deal with those bodies. But, you know, all the more power to them. They want to knock those heads off. Let them knock them off. Yeah,
absolutely agreed. And heading into this next round, you know, down 4-3, Edinboro. Got to find some of that magic earlier. Played that last round a bit too slow, and like you said, forced them to play into those kills. Now got to find maybe not that aggression that lost them the first couple rounds, but that sweet spot that they so flourish in.
Oh, yeah. Chaos, he's using the Guardian. I haven't really seen Chaos use the Guardian really much outside of what in the world? I cannot for the life of me remember the name of that map that they played on the last time. It's got the little it's like a side path that's made of rocks that you can jump over to the enemy spawn. We saw Chaos using the Guardian a lot on that map, and I mean, he definitely did well with it, but he's doing a lot of spraying right now. It's going to bite him in the butt. Orbit's going to take him out. Orbit's actually pulling off a 2-piece here.
Yeah, quick 5-2 disadvantage here for Edinboro. Not looking too great for this round, and I mean they found 3 in a row before. They're gonna have to find 3 in a row again to try and get back in this one if they're not able to pull some magic out in this round. But nice hop kill out of Tony Stark, man.
Tony Stark teaching Emmy the hard way not to peek him while he's got the op in his hand. Beautiful shot here. 4v2 situation. Jet on the most minuscule amount of health that you can possibly have. We're gonna have to see a very slow play from her. UEP Blitz taking out Orbits, and then Angry and San Roshi going to go ahead and wipe the rest of them. That's going to be another pace victory.
Yeah, pace up 5-3 here. I mean, it's a lot of momentum swings, especially in a game mode, you know, like Valorant, CSGO, stuff like that, where these games are long and grueling. Anytime you're able to string together a couple of rounds, it just builds that confidence more in you and gives you, and especially when you're doing with something like an eco, I mean, things can get out of hand real fast. So if you're Edinboro, you need to find a round here, at least in the next 2 rounds. Try to save some eco, save some momentum, save some confidence here, and try to pull things out. And they are all going to be grouped up here, heading on over towards Tony Stark. Actually gets out-opt off. Oh, wait, not even out-opt. He just got straight up one-tapped.
He got vandaled. And Anger's not going to escape that that stun there, but I don't think it's really going to do much here. If we look at the mini map here, Pace has a very good spread out of their players. They have a lot of players in the corners that they need them to be in, creeping up on objective where it's called upon, and Edinboro pulling an extremely nice rotate towards center. KO is watching B, so they need to be careful here. Looks like they might come in contact. Omen and Cypher, they're going to go ahead and contact KO. It's a little bit of gunfire. He's going to be delivering that information to his team here. Orbit's going to go ahead and take out Kai.
Takes out Kai, but takes a lot of damage in the process, too.
Yeah, Emmy getting those double kills definitely didn't help him either. EUP Blitz all by himself with the op. We'll just have to see if Pace decides to play this slowly or they decide to go ahead and flank him. It looks like Raze might be coming up from behind trying to get a pick.
Ooh,
and he gets the info.
Yeah, he gets the info. Is going to back up a bit there, back over towards that spawn, but Blitz does have that op, so they're able to watch any sort of lane that No could come from trying to exit this area. So if No isn't careful, their head will be taken right off here, but we'll see what direction they decide to go. There's only 10 seconds left in the round here, and it's all up to Blitz, and once again,
they're guarding bomb, yeah. I don't think there's really much that Blitz can do here. It's gonna be another round win for Pace. I feel like Edinboro is doing the same thing that they did that we saw the second game of last week. They're kind of giving them a little bit of leeway. They're slacking out a little bit.
Yeah, they're playing grouped up a lot, and that strategy can work out really well, but the thing is they're losing these first 2-3 gunfights right off the rip, which just leads you in a situation where, okay, now you leave 3 of your teammates stranded and you're either going to get pinched out or pushed out, or in that last scenario, just straight up stalled out if you're on offense and you need to plant that spike. So, you know, it's certainly a strategy that can work. It's just you have to be able to win those early picks if you want to really get the full force of the strategy.
Yeah, and personally, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of early util usage from Edinboro here. They're not really using their util to get info like I feel like they might have to here. What a beautiful shot from Orbits. Tony Stark getting taken out of the play. Kai getting taken out of the play. Chaos getting taken out of the play. Blitz finally putting Orbits down here. Oh my goodness. And they're going to go ahead and drop the spike down.
2-on-3. Blitz does end up recovering to find that kill. 2-on-2. Blitz did not take much damage from that either. Here comes Sam hiding in the corner, or under in hell there, whichever that call out is. And now it's going to be a nice pick.
A little bit of blind fire. And he catches him off guard, Angry with a nice little shot here. Blitz all by himself, half health, and it's not going to pay out for him. They're going to go ahead and defuse. That's going to be their 7th round win.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great ult usage from Pace, being able to keep those players separated, whether knowingly or not. Keeping those players separated, definitely a big contributor to winning that 2v2. The fact that they were able to stay together and just take 2 2v1 gunfights rather than taking a full-on 2v2. and able to take full advantage of that. Of course, checking their corners correctly, taking that player down in hell, and then being able to corner out the last player who was at less than half health. So nice little easy cleanup there.
Especially taking out Chaos, Tony Stark, and Kai close to the beginning of the round. You take those 3 out, you use your ult to separate the last 2, and there's really not much they can do except for just hope and pray that they don't get discovered.
Yeah, exactly. Not much they could even do in that situation. It's going to be Orbits again with that first pick. Man is on a roll with that op.
Orbits is definitely showing a little bit of gun skill. I think he might be competing with Tony Stark here to see who's got the more accurate op shot.
Yeah, no, I think so. As soon as Tony Stark started pulling out that op in that lane right there, you know, Orbits was like, hey, I can do that too, and started winning every op fight ever since. And gets the additional pick there, immediately pulls out the ult, 2v3, gets some damage in the back of Sam here. Sam's in a tough spot with that jet ult looming.
He got the plant off right before he died, but it's not gonna matter. It's gonna be their 8th round win. Edinboro is definitely I predict that they're gonna have a timeout called here shortly so that they can start to discuss some of their strategies, because clearly whatever it was they came in here with the mindset of doing, it is not working.
Yeah, could not agree more. And it shouldn't. It couldn't be more obvious, really. I mean, 8-3. Something's just not working here either. I mean, it plainly seems like Pace just has the hard counter to the strategy that Edinboro is trying to do. I mean, they are running that op in the hands of Orbits, who got a 3K last round, almost like in the last 3 rounds he's gotten 2 3Ks with that op. He's just absolutely crushing it right now, and he's still got another lane. Does end up getting that miss, which is very good for Edinboro. Now they can start probably taking advantage here and start pushing forward, but that jet smoke gonna make things a little difficult, but it does get cleared.
Yeah, as long as they're not getting early picked right off rip by that op, they might have some sort of advantage here. Tony Stark going to take out Noah, but Orbits is making Blitz pay for peeking. They have got to learn not to peek Orbits here in these open lanes, especially if they know that he's got an op. They hear the miss shot, and Orbits escaping with a fraction of his life. Emmy's going to go ahead and drop Kai, angry to Tony Stark. 4v2 situation. A lot of gunfire being sprayed. Angry.
Oh, Chaos.
Getting dropped by Chaos here. A 1v3 situation. Chaos is low health, and he's going to get dropped by Emmy. Another win for Pace.
Yeah, I mean, Chaos did all that he can, but he got suppressed twice in that instance and just not able to do too much, unfortunately. And especially when you're a 1v4 situation, you know, not much can be expected of you. And I mean, the big thing is that, I mean, you said it, you have to stop peeking Orbits in those lanes. As soon as you see or you even hear Orbits in one of those long lanes, which there's only really 2 consistent lanes that they can really be watching, you got to start rotating at this point. Orbits is tearing you apart. I mean, tearing you apart.
For real. See, now, if you, let's say you're a player on Edinboro right now and you're in this situation, what are you telling your team as far as what you need to change in order to get the pace of this game moving in the direction you want it?
I would almost split up players, two to one side, 3 to the other, and try to scope out these lanes and try to find out where Orbits is, and then wherever he isn't, just rotate on over and use those guns. That's what I would be trying to do personally, but they're all going to try to 5-hit this area here, and they immediately get wiped out because, I mean, it was just a blind counter at that point out of the side of Pace. So good job out of Pace with the blind counter, able to take him out, and now 2v5, not looking too hot.
See, I feel like what Pace was doing here for this round, the reason why they all push the same lane, if you look at it, it is 9-3 currently. They need, oh my goodness, I just realized it's 9-3. If, you know, we might see a curse flip here. Anyways, if I was Pace here, 9-3 situation, you know, I'm pushing all players in one area, just straight bum rushing them, hoping to just overwhelm whoever is in a specific site to make that work out for them. You know, and we're gonna
exactly.
We're gonna see Edinboro pull their 4th win. I would love to be on the podium as calling the future just like you. So
Yeah, that was a pretty good round out of Edinboro, and I mean they kind of did exactly what both of us said. I mean, I think they spread things out at the beginning there, and then as the round got later on, they all grouped up and were able to push the site together and took the round by overwhelming the opponents. So that's exactly the type of energy you have to maintain throughout the rest of this match if you want to try and come back in this one.
Oh, 100%. Because I know that the chat that's here that was here last week, I know they heard you call the 12-5 future prediction. So
oh yeah, you know
that was legendary. Let's get some W rarities in the chat for the prediction last match. Pure insanity, honestly, and we're looking at Edinboro absolutely sweeping pace, 5-2 now with 1:04 left. Some op shots going out from pace, and it is just not falling for them. They're not able to hit a single piece of damage here, and that's Tony Stark getting taken out by Emmy, but it doesn't matter. Chaos there to put him down. Now 9-5. Edinboro might be changing their strat up, or maybe we're just simply seeing the product of the 9-3 curse in action.
I mean, it could be a mix of the two. I mean, it does look like they are doing a different strategy than what they were doing before, because they were, as we saw multiple times, just completely grouping up on one end of the map, and they weren't getting those early picks, and they were getting rolled. And now that they are starting to spread things out again, like you see here on the map right now, they have about 2 towards that mid A, 2 hard on those A lanes, and then they have a player over towards B. And they are really starting to spread themselves out, give themselves a good advantage on these fights to attack from multiple angles. And it's going to be Tony Stark. It's going to be 4 dead right off the rip.
Tony Stark and Blitz absolutely fragging out for their teams right now. A bunch of shots going through the wall. They know where he's at. He is super weak, and that's going to be a flawless.
The flawless coming in from Edinboro, man.
Can we just talk
it's
about
not over till it's over?
Can we just talk about Edinboro's reaction time there to know where the opponents were and have all of their players rotate to the different corners of close B and the little alley of A? Super quick reaction time from that team to make it happen.
Yeah, as soon as they sensed a morsel of passiveness in that room out of pace, they started to pinch the absolute crap out of it. They sent 2 through tunnel, and they sent 2 through that main alley, and were able to just completely pinch them out and wiped 4 right off the map because they just were not expecting it. So Edinboro doing an absolutely awesome job here.
Oh yeah. And here we go, angry with the op. Or that's not the op. I am completely incorrect. He is using the what is that gun called? It's not the op, it's not the outlaw. Golly.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I haven't played Valorant in so doggone long, if you can't tell. However, we are seeing a lot slower gameplay from both teams here. If you look at it, Pace is kind of sitting in one spot, not really moving. Looks like they're trying to get as much info as they possibly can. And Tony Stark going to put some early shots on Sandroshi here.
It's the Marshall.
The Marshall, yes. That's exactly what it is.
Kicking things off, 5v5, both teams slowing it down a bit. Oh, Cypher is just at an absolute sliver
you
of
could
health.
Probably fart on Cypher and he'll die.
Oh, absolutely you could. And you see Angry.
Just gonna get wall back right there. Okay.
Oh no, 2 dead. Make that 3 for Sam. Gets the flip into the kill. Just beautiful stuff.
1 enemy remaining.
Uh-oh. Noah trying to turn it around. Chaos getting taken out by the Spectre here. 10 seconds left, and Kai is going to go ahead and clutch it up for his team. Now 9-7. Edinboro making a comeback here.
That is 4 rounds in a row for Edinboro, man. They are starting to heat up. They are finding their pace. They are finding their strategy. But now we're getting kind of close to where they're going to be flipping back, I believe. So.
Yeah, just like we saw with Edinboro the last time, they whenever they had the lead and then they let it up for a little bit and then they brought it back to tie it up, we saw a bunch of passing back and forth of rounds. And I'm guaranteeing that the coaches of Edinboro are trying to let them know not to get super cocky with it. Tony Stark taking out San Roshi right off rip, early pick, beautiful shot.
I mean, as you're in the middle of trying to not get too cocky, the player goes out and blind peeks Tony freaking Stark with that op and gets obliterated. So
not even just that. Even I know that you have to look at that corner when you're crossing it. You don't just blind look, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we are seeing a terrified pace offense here, just chilling, not moving a muscle here.
Yeah, absolutely terrified offense here. They are starting to hit that rotate back on over towards the other side, and you can see a little bit of a read comes in as Kai ends up picking up Emmy out through mid. There's going to be one more player towards mid. That is going to be the opposing Rays.
Oh, it looks like Pace might be faking them out here. They might have sent Rays towards mid to make them think it was a B plant. That's exactly what it's going to be. Cypher's on the trail, though, but he's going to get taken out by Orbits. They're going to go ahead and drop that spike down.
Great distraction.
3 to 4. He does get the stun out. And Omen is on site. Kai
Nice
with one.
shots there out of Kai.
He's going to get taken out. Tony Stark with the op, showing his presence again. Picks up the Vandal. Blitz taking out and that's going to be another round win for Edinboro.
9-8. We have ourselves a game now. 9-8. I mean, you can't ask for more out of some good old college Valorant, man. I absolutely love this stuff.
I'm saying when you're watching competition at this level, you know, it pretty much anything can happen because these are the players that understand the game much better than the majority of us common folk here. And it looks like Pace is going to go ahead and take a timeout. Not something I thought I would see with them having 9 on the board, but they saw that comeback sneaking up on them, and they've got to take a breather.
Yeah, I think this is a great opportunity for them to take that break. You know, while you still have even just a little bit of a lead, while you still have it, try to gather the troops, give yourself a round or two of leeway here to try something different, mix things up, and really try to close out the next, 4 rounds of this map. So I think this is a very well timed out, very well timed time out, if you will. That is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, 100%. They definitely needed some sort of breather to kind of let their coaches give them a little pep talk, tell them, hey, look, I know that the comeback is here. We didn't think it was going to happen, but it's happened, and we're going to have to change up something about our strats unless we want to see Edinboro take this away from us on the first game.
Exactly. And now that timeout is just about to end. And timeout, man, what a feature. More games should have that. I know we talked about that last time too, but
we did indeed. And you have to know that Edinboro coaches went ahead to took that timeout to, speak to their players and, let them know that they are doing a good job. They have won 5 rounds in a row. They want to let them know to keep that up. They want to let them know to not get too cocky, and they just need to keep playing how they were playing before.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep that confidence up, but keep the confidence up, but don't get too overconfident and stray from the game plan. That Raze with a beautiful little C4 hop there does end up getting inside of that mid. And now it's absolute chaos through mid here with the LMG, the Ares being pulled out there as that spike does end up getting planted. It's going to be 4-on-3 or 4-on-5, excuse me, right here in favor of Edinboro, but that kill does come in, make that 2, and now it's an all-out brawl towards the outside. It's all down to 1. Edinboro,
they're gonna tie it up.
They're gonna tie it up here, 9-9.
I've got to say, the Ares is by far my favorite LMG in the game. It is just so fun to use once you actually learn that you have to crouch while using it, because that was another one of those guns that I didn't know, and I was spraying all over the place. But once I actually learned how to use it, it turned into a really fun weapon, and they are making full use of it there. We saw a lot of gunfire, but not a lot of deaths very early on there. And then once the bullets actually started connecting, their Pace didn't really stand a chance there that round.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that early util usage. As soon as they sensed each other's presence over towards that mid and try to get that aggressive spike plant, all the utils came out, and it was just a brawl, and that Ares came out pretty clutch.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Jet is going to pop up, try to get a nice little sight line there as the Vandals have been pulled out. Some early shots trying to get some blind damage through that smoke, though nothing's quite going to hit yet. It's going to be 9-9 is your round count. as you can see Edinboro infiltrating that C site. Kai is going to be there with their Vandal. But the rotation is actually going to come around. It's going to be all up to try and stop this rotation here. It's going to be Blitz sitting in a corner, does get suppressed, and they are going to check clear their corners and take out Blitz, and it's going to be a full-on A hit here.
Not to mention that Pace does have a Jet and an Omen ult. Not sure if we're actually going to see it be used here, but it is something that they do have in their arsenal just in case they get a little too down bad here. And Tony Stark showing San Roshi the hard way not to do what he just did. Is he going to teach Angry the same thing? He is. Is he going to teach Orbeez?
The ultimate battle, Orbeez and Tony Stark.
Orbeez and Tony Stark, the two ops of the game. Who will have it? And Orbitz does not have his op. He only has a Vandal here.
Yeah, he's just going to chill out there. Tony Stark is going to...
What a beautiful listen to the sound cue. Orbitz, he was listening and waiting. I guarantee you he heard Tony Stark break his legs while he was falling, and he shot at the sound of broken bones and just managed to get that kill. It was a pretty good play from him, so it's going to bring it to 10-9.
Here.
And this is just like I was saying from the last time we saw the Edinboro come back from a deficit here. We saw a bunch of passing back and forth, and this is exactly what they feared.
Yeah. Getting back and forth, especially later on in these rounds, are definitely going to favor Pace here. So if Pace can keep trading off these rounds, they do have that trade-off advantage here. So if you can just keep trading these rounds one-on-one, you will find yourself to that 14-13 mark earlier. But Angry is going to try and slip on through here, does end up breaking up that camera. Blitz is going to be sitting in through mid. That Haunt does get destroyed as well. It's going to be an early advantage here for Edinboro as they try to look to tie this game. Tony Stark with that ops, just keeping an eagle eye on that center, watching for anyone trying to cross here. I think that's a pretty good positioning here, and he's actually going to run into the ring.
And Tony Stark once again teaching Pace not to peek him. Pace has to know at this point that Tony Stark is going to use that op at all costs, and he is absolutely fragging with it. It is beautiful, the work that Tony Stark is putting in with this op. And he's got pretty close competition with Orbitz here, but I think Tony Stark's definitely got the slick on him. Chaos with one. Can he get another? We're looking for two. Chaos taking a little bit of shots from Orbitz here. Orbitz is struggling. Kai's going to go ahead and take him out, and he's going to take out Angry for a nice little double kill. Beautiful play by Kai.
The flawless coming out of Edinboro, tying things up 10-10. And we are getting in the absolute thick of it here late on in this one. New buy phase here. And I bet you the ecos are looking pretty decent on both sides here, so that shouldn't come up too crazy here. Still Tony Stark with that op. He's going to sit in that lane. He's had so much success in this lane just because they are Pace is just not careful when they enter that room. So we will see if they can, try to watch this lane a little bit here. Or they're going to go aggressive through mid, actually. They're going to go right for B. It's going to be a bunch of stinger in the hand, and it's going to be No picking up the kill with the pistol. San Ryoshi going to come in through as well. Blitz.
Yeah, I can't lie. I don't think Chaos was ready for that level of confusion from Noah. They're just kind of sprinting in, spraying, scaring him up, and then dropping him with the pistol. Yeah, I guarantee you. Especially at this level of competition, I don't think he was ready for that.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. And now it's all down to the 1v2. Angry's going to put down a couple shots, try to find some blind shots here. But Tony Stark's going to get aggressive with the stinger and gets the kill.
Stinger.
Edinboro's going to take the lead. 11-10.
I gotta say, anytime we see somebody from Edinboro pick that stinger up, you know that there is about to be a pre-fire kill coming up,
right?
And it is just absolutely going insane. And they are asking to go ahead and check at the scoreboard here, if you don't mind. Oh my, Orbit's dropping 16 along with Emmy. We're looking at Tony Stark with 21 kills. Blitz not that far behind with 19 kills. Kai, fan favorite, sitting at 14 and 15.
Important thing to note here is that look at the eco
Yeah,
pace.
the eco
They're
for
running
pace,
out.
they're struggling. San Roshi sitting with 0 points here.
So
Yeah,
this
Edinboro's
round might be
definitely
it.
looking good. I think the 5 rounds in a row definitely put Edinboro in a spot where they could sit comfortably for a little bit.
Yeah, their eco looks pretty good. So I mean, if Pace can't at least do some damage this round, it's going to be very tough for them to continue on here because at least 2 or 3 of their players are completely out of eco.
And 3 players pushing Kai at the same time. Poor Kai got caught all by himself with his pants down. A little bit of zaps happening from Sammy. They're going to go ahead and plant. No, Spike is dropped. 4v4, 3v3, 2v3, 2v2, and bullets just
2v2.
flying all over the place here. San
They even
Roshi,
got the
Emmy
camera.
taking out Tony Stark. Only
They have the
one
camera up in the
left.
corner.
Blitz.
Takes down one from a distance. Gonna come around, get some shots, get some more
Ooh.
shots, get some weak. Gonna have to chase him around, but that Spike is still gonna be down. Gets the weapon switch, even though the player peeks around. It's just ring around the Rosie. Who's gonna pop one next? And they're gonna get the kill. It's gonna be Blitz with the clutch and the defuse, and Edinboro are gonna go up 12-10.
W Blitz for the clutch. Absolutely insane ring around the Rosie strat. Not necessarily something I thought I was about to see from, you know, he couldn't place those shots because he walked around the corner at the right time, but he definitely picked it up, and I know his team is hyped for that one.
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, I'm hyped sitting on my butt here, so I can only imagine how hyped they are.
Yeah, I'm on the edge of my rolly chair. If I go any further, I might fall on the floor, and you're gonna hear a bit of rumbling.
I think that'd be great. Actually, do it for the content.
Yeah, you know, I would if my knee wasn't as bad as it is from the army. So I mean,
Oh,
you know.
fair. Oh, it's Tony Stark.
He's giving Emmy a taste of what his teammates have received all game. Poor Emmy. He's gonna go ahead and put
Beautiful
some
early
shots
pick.
off in the smoke here. We've seen Tony Stark. He's put 1-taps with this op on pretty much everybody on the opposing team. I don't think anybody from I don't think anybody is gonna escape Tony Stark's 1-shots. There's just no way. Pace is getting handled by this op, and they need to do something about it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, the same way Orbits was destroying Edinboro with the op, Tony Stark is destroying Pace with the op now. And a couple players do end up falling from Edinboro there now, 2v4.
Yeah,
here.
Angry, I believe that's his 3rd kill this round. Angry dropping potentially a 3K here. At least I think so. If I was looking at the board, I think Noah might have got a kill. Maybe I'm wrong. And Tony Stark just gonna rush him. Now 3v2 situation here in favor of Pace.
Oh,
And Orbeez
gets
gonna
the kill.
get rocked. San Roshi
2v2.
taking out Tony.
1v2, but that Spike, it's gonna go off here soon. And it does end up going off.
Blitz gonna get taken out here, but this does listen. Although they won this round, they did get hit by that Spike. They're not gonna be able to keep their weapons. That is gonna keep their economy down past what it should have been. You know, they've still got to deal with that loss of a weapon. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But especially at this level of competition, anything you can possibly bring into the next round helps out a ton.
Yeah, I mean, especially when, Pace's eco was looking so horrible at the beginning of that last round. Absolutely anything you can bring in. But even then, 5 of them died in that round. Their eco cannot be doing that great right now. So, headed into a very crucial 12-11 round, they're going to have very limited weapons to work with here.
Yeah, there's just simply no way. Chaos hiding in the corner here. Orbeez gonna go ahead and push him hard in the forehead, making Chaos rethink his decisions here as to why he sat there for so long. And it's now a 5v4, a minute and 10 seconds left. Ray's gonna go ahead and toss that drone out, but it's gonna get deleted. Whole bunch of info being gathered at the moment. Bomb is being planted by who's that? Emmy? Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Gracious. The amount of time it took for that round to change hands is absolutely insane. Beautiful play from Edinboro. You know?
Yeah, man. Edinboro
On to map 2.
on the map 2.
It's just
Edinboro
about
comes
that
back
simple.
down 3-9, ends up winning the map 13-11. I mean, you mentioned as soon as you saw it on the scoreboard, the curse, it is in full effect here.
You know, we saw it, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I will gladly step up in onto the pedestal of future predicting with you. Beautiful plays. I unfortunately am going to have to dip because I have other obligations that I have to take care of. But it was good to be able to cast this first match, and it's definitely good to be able to do it with you again, partner. I do expect to see you later on, and you know, it's been nice being able to cast for Edinboro. You know, this is it's a really good team. They have really good players, and it's always very fun to see what these players pull out every week.
Absolutely, man. Been a pleasure. And
so to the chat, I will see you guys next time. My Twitch name is Vortex Esports 2023. Just in case you guys didn't know, my name is Dyros, but I still have to change the name of my Twitch. So I will see you guys later. You guys have an absolutely fantastic night.
And that was Dyros, our good friend, W Dyros in the chat. And now you're all left to me. I feel like a babysitter right now. I am in control of chat right now. But regardless, map number 1 goes in favor of Edinboro after battling back down 3-9 to win the map in a spectacular fashion. This next map could help decide their playoff eligibility. If they're able to win this next map, they will be right in the middle of that playoff hunt. If they lose in a reverse sweep fashion, their road just got a whole lot tougher. They can decide their own fate here going forward. If you guys don't know me, I am Danny, or Rarity, here live from my computer desk. We have Tank Pillow on the production side, live from what I assume is the Edinboro Arena, bringing you production. Shout out Tank Pillow, W Tank Pillow. Players are getting ready for this next map, the next map coming up, of course. All players are in the lobby as we are starting to get things loaded up. Who do you guys think are going to have a big performance in this next one? Who do you guys think are going to have a big performance? I know Kai is a big fan favorite. If Kai doesn't win that 1v3 in that first map, does Edinboro even win that map? Things you got to think about right there, folks. Things you got to think about. Is Kai the MVP? We'll see. We'll see if Kai can keep that up. Tony Stark has to be up there for my MVP so far with, I mean, getting 27 kills, mainly with that op in hand, getting multiple 1 and 2 Ks. Unbelievable stuff out of Tony Stark. Yeah, let me know in chat. What do you guys think? Who are you guys feeling? Who do you guys want to see step up in this match and take it for your Edinboro Fighting Scots? Since I'm all by myself, I'm going to be trying to pass time here. So any questions you guys have, be sure to leave them in the chat. I'll be nice and interactive with you guys as well. Though we are on quite a bit of a delay here and a bind is just loading up, let us know. We see your request to hold up that scoreboard a bit more here as we go forward. And we will certainly try to do that here every round or two, pull up that scoreboard for you, get some updates. We're going to be on bind here for map number 2. It looks like Edinboro is going to be starting on that attack. Up 1-0 in the series, looking to take it in a 2-0 fashion. we're just gonna chill out here for a second, guys. Don't worry. It's a little awkward being by myself, so bear with me here if there is some dead air. Let's go, Boro. Boro into Boro. Let's cheer him on. Let's go, Boro. I appreciate you. How you doing? Introduce yourself to the people. I'm glad we're on the same knowledge level of. All right, Edinboro is going to be on the offense here. And do you have anyone you're rooting for here, Tank? Yeah, I mean, Tony Stark with that op has been unbelievable. So the earlier you can build up that eco to buy that op for Tony Stark, I say you do it. First round, always rocking that eco. Let's see who can deal some damage with those ghosts, which I assume most people are going to be rocking, if not all, going to be trying to rock that ghost as we head on here. This map we also saw last week, and a lot of stuff going on over in the shower area for Edinboro. They really favored that side, as Emmy gonna do some peeking, hanging out over towards that Zig. A couple smokes popped, and now Blitz is gonna make his way on through. Early for a couple bloods go to Pace, as Chaos does end up getting taken down as well. 4v1 defenders. That is gonna be Pace. They are gonna take map, or not map, they're gonna take round number 1. Exactly, man. Just pistol round. That's the exact mindset you gotta have, especially after just losing, just one round. It's just one round. It's just a pistol round. Pistol rounds are truly as close as you can get to 50-50s. I mean, it's just positioning. It's just if you're able to hit a blind counter, some lucky shots, all that good stuff. So, just as you said, trying to hit some lucky shots here, trying to keep that to just one round. Couple early action going on here over towards that lucky B site. You can see Orbit's been such a strong player for the Pace, looking to guard that window. That ice barricade is up over towards that window. Raze does get caught out just a little bit. Chaos gets taken down for that first blood. Angry putting down some shots as well. Sam the Comey gonna end up rotating on back. It's gonna be a 3-on-5 here for Edinboro's disadvantage.
Suppress it.
Couple early shots going down here. Blitz does pick up one, but no Orbits and Sanryoshi end up putting the dagger in the round, and it's an early advantage here, much like we saw last map for Pace. Yeah, I mean, good news is that it's still eco. You're still building up that eco, and like I said, as soon as we see an op in that Tony Stark's hands, this could change drastically, just as we saw last game too. Headed into round number 3, Tony Stark is going to be rocking that Phantom here. I believe that is the Phantom, that suppressor, rolling on forward here as they look to try to hit out over towards this B site. As Some early utils being used. There's a suppress going on over towards Angry, as Angry does end up getting taken out. So first blood here for Edinboro as Chaos moves on through. Chaos ends up picking up an assist with Tony Stark getting the kill. And now it's going to be another 2-man advantage here for Edinboro, but that's going to be Chaos ends up falling. The trade does end up coming in though. Emmy picks up 2, evening the ties, and now it's going to be all Kai picks up 1 before getting taken down. Emmy with the 3K clutches the round. Whew.
My ult's ready. Try again.
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, that was the first rounds we saw with like some actual weapons there, and I mean, you saw it. It was a matter of half a health bar difference, and now we do see an attacker. I believe an attacker's timeout here, so Edinboro taking the early timeout. So, what do you think they're talking about here, Tank? Yeah, absolutely. Their offense hasn't been too great lately, or these first couple rounds. So, you know, trying to even play a bit more passive on that offense there. Try to play for that pick even more. They got that first pick last round, and it turned out really well until they kind of got 3-piece there towards the end. But I think if they can stay with that strategy, play a little more defensive, and play for that pick, I think these rounds will turn out a lot better for them.
I also just realized my mic was muted on OBS.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so I was a crazy person talking to myself.
You were a
Tank.
crazy person for a second. Yes.
Okay, this is Tank, everyone.
Hello.
No, that just means you're doing a really good job producing. If you have yourself muted on OBS, that just means you're doing your job. That's all that means.
Find that
Knife deployed.
All right.
One suppressed.
Pushing into A site.
Yeah, pushing into A. A couple players in shadow or in showers here. A bit of a freeze going on there for Sam as he is forced to back up. They can hear that bomb drone coming out, but that bomb drone does end up getting taken down. Some early shots with that Sheriff, not able to do it. Emmy's going to take down Tony Stark, their sniper. That's going to be an early advantage here for the side of Pace.
Spikes down.
last player standing. Spike down.
It's almost
A.
like an eco round from Edinboro.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right on that. It does look like an eco round. They probably suffered in those first 3 round losses. And wow, what a double bomb pack there out of no. Holy.
That was a play for sure.
Yeah, man. And now 4-0 advantage here for Pace. But I mean, we saw Edinboro down by 6 in that first game, and they still won it. So I'm never counting these guys out ever again. I don't know about you.
No, neither am I. It's not done until it's done.
Exactly. It's not over till it's over. You always have a chance to come back until you lose. And now headed into round number 5, we're going to see Edinboro once again on this offense, trying to creep their way on through. Sam is going to be a little more passive with that Vandal. There goes the ice barricade and the smoke on top of it, as these players are going to try to make their way on through. Spike is going to be in the hands here. Nice little util placement there. A little pulse grenade coming out, dealing a little bit of damage. As you do see, though, first player out of Edinboro does end up falling, as they are at a disadvantage here.
You are
Sanrio also gonna find one as well. Blitz gonna try and make his way on through with his team, as Kai finds one, Blitz finds one. Suddenly they were down 5-3, now up 3-2.
shutting them down.
They get the plant as well.
Suppressed.
The double suppress does come in out of Emmy. Gonna put some shots down in the distance. Gonna find one. It's gonna be a 2-on-2. That Raze now pulling that all with that rocket. Hasn't run into anybody quite yet, but that spike is gonna be planted. That rocket finally gets shot over towards Showers. Tony Stark ends up falling, and that is gonna be the round here. 5-0 for Pace.
Love explosions.
Everyone's motor function.
A little bit of chaos here in the Edinboro camp. But just as fast as they are unraveling here, they can ravel it right back up as we've seen in that first round. So never holding out hope, or never holding out too much hope here for Edinboro. As you take a look at that scoreboard nice and early here. Sam is 6-7, Chaos 5-7. Tony Stark only with 2 so far, so a little early struggle for their main frag from that last game, at least. Couple pulse grenades going down there. The mini flash comes in, but Chaos able to get the kill through the flash, putting Edinboro up 4-3 here on life count as they make their way on over towards this B site. Angry does end up creating a barrier there. Gonna try and reposition themselves. Tony Stark going up towards that window. Blitz backing up a bit. They hear that bomb drone. Nothing's gonna happen. That grenade also coming out. Nothing's gonna happen. Now there comes a beautiful rocket out of Tony Stark as he turns and burns and gets the second as well. 3v1. Tony Stark, what a play.
It's not over yet, though. Still have 44 seconds left. Rotating over to A. We're definitely going to be able to get this plant down.
Yeah, which is going to shorten that timer quite a bit, but it's going to be Angry up. Angry has been having a really great series so far as well, so
Yes,
I would not put it past Angry. Yeah. Angry is just going to take their time moving on through, trying to catch anybody off guard, check their corners, clear out. They approach the site. They're going to pick up. Just misses their shots on picking up that first kill.
They have the info, though.
Yeah,
There
the full info is there, and there's the great kill out of Blitz with the 3K in the round, and that's going to be Edinboro putting one on the board. Now, what does it mean to stop the other team's momentum like that?
That can be very draining, like mentally, when like if you're up, like, you win round after round after round after round, and then lose a round. That can very much affect your momentum, because like you're thinking we're fine. Oh crap, we're not fine. So we'll see how this plays out.
Especially in that round, where just in a split second, you know, it all goes wrong, 5-3, and then all of a sudden you're down 3-2. I absolutely agree with you there. Especially in the fashion that Edinboro did it. So now it's going to be about taking advantage of that momentum stop you just put in there, but they are going to lose 2 nice and early here. Emmy picks up 1 onto Blitz, and now Kai is going to try to use some more ults there, trying to get some blinds out, but it's not quite going to happen. Some blind shots going out, and Kai is going to fall all down to Chaos in a 1v5 here. As he does end up getting silenced, does end up picking up that first kill, though. It's a start nonetheless. Gonna try and catch someone else overshadowing, but they are not going to be quite overshadowing yet, and that's going to be 6th round on the board here for Pace.
Answers right back.
Yeah, and just about the worst possible that is the worst possible outcome there for Edinboro. The fact that they are able to bounce right back, find one. It's going to be Emmy with 14 kills. Absolutely crazy early on in this one, man.
Absolutely.
New round, new me. Rocking up the hill. It's going to be Orbits just getting out with their life. Backing up completely. Maybe giving that call out to their teammates to try and rotate, but they're not even rotating on through. It's going to be Orbits all alone on B. And Orbits is going to back up even more, sensing the pressure here out of Edinboro as they make their way on through. They're going to try to push over towards this B site completely. They are hard pushing now, as here comes the counter, rotating on around or the side of Pace. It's going to be chaos first on that hill. That spike is going to be planted here. The pressure now being on, but man, Edinboro did lose a couple of players there. It's going to be 3 on 5. They're going to have to back up here and play a bit more passive. Kai does get the blind, but ends up falling themselves. 2v5. Sam in a bit of a rough situation there. Going to try to put some shots down through the wall. Not quite going to hit anything, but Tony Stark is going to fall all down to Sam. Sam's going to fall as well. Flawless round. 7-1 here.
It almost looked like during that round that Pace was giving up B side and just played the retake. I don't know if you saw that.
Yep. Yeah, they were. I mean, as soon as that Jet felt that pressure and backed up, they were all over towards that A site. So you were completely right in that they played for that retake completely, and it worked out very well for them. Early bomb drone not going to find too much. Another early bomb drone getting shut down, and it's going to be Tony Stark with Blitz picking up that first kill. Some more early utils going out, including that pulse grenade. Not quite going to find too much. It's going to be early advantage here for the opponents here. Angry going to back up. Blitz over towards Showers. Going to force the backup as well. But they are going to be pinched in here. It's going to be Kai with that great util usage. Very consistent out of Kai. That great util usage, but always gets caught out with that util. But it's going to be an ace out of me. Completely flew under my radar. Abby with the ace. 8-1 here for Pace. Ace for Pace.
What would you be thinking if you were Edinboro right now?
Man, so I would just be thinking here, if I'm the IGL on Edinboro right now, I'm just saying, guys, take a deep breath, close your eyes for a second here while we're in this buy phase, gather yourselves. We beat these guys in map 1. We can certainly do it again. Try to get that confidence back up, because that's a big thing you lose when you're down so much is your confidence, and then you start playing scared, which leads to even more round losses. So you got to find a way to inspire that confidence in your team, because 8-1 is daunting, but you did it. You made the comeback incredibly last game. No reason you can't do it now.
Absolutely. So we have a B push here. Util is out, fighting for sight. They have the info.
They get that first blood as well, and Angry is always going to answer right back with their own.
The bomb did go down.
Bombs down. It's going to be 2v4. Make that 2v3 as Tony Stark picks up 1. Tony Stark picks up 2 through the tunnel. Going to get killed around the corner. It's going to be 1v2. All up to Blitz. Blitz is going to get straight out towed, and he's going to lose that. It's going to be 9-1 here for Pace. You can tell Pace are really starting to get that confidence building here. I mean, just as I mentioned last round, as Edinboro loses that confidence, Pace gains that confidence. It's a full pendulum swing here, 9-1. And I mean, we saw some in that last game. We saw some signs of brilliance out of Edinboro, even in those round losses. They were still getting pretty close, but right now, I mean, it's been ace, it's been flawless, it's been 4 up. I mean, it's been really tough here out of Edinboro in game number 2.
Looks like Edinboro's playing it a little bit slower this round.
I like that. I like that change for sure out of Edinboro. Playing a bit passive, some stinger shots going out quick. They're probably forced to use those stingers out of eco purposes. 3 agents have been suppressed. They're probably going to get 1 more eco round before they have to spend all of it again to try and get back in this game. The res coming in from Angry the Sage. Chaos sneaking in through the smoke. Gonna end up getting taken down by Angry as well. It's gonna be Blitz with that Sheriff picking up one. Getting pushed out through that Zig. Tony Stark does get taken down as well. 2v3. Blitz is gonna be all alone with the Sheriff. And he's gonna get taken down. It's gonna be 10-1 for Pace.
Should be going into no. All right, last round for first round. Okay.
Yeah, man. Edinboro has been struggling to say the least on these offenses. Hopefully, they can pick up this round, head into defense, get a change of scenery. They can start to turn things around here.
Absolutely. I feel like Edinboro itself is more of a second half kind of team. So saw that first game. We'll see if it happens this game.
Yeah, I mean, you're completely right. We did see that in that first game. Edinboro pull out that second half victory in a very convincing fashion. So, and we also saw on offense, Pace looked very lost in the words of a chatter there earlier in that map number 1. Let's see if offense is the change that Edinboro needs. Sam ends up picking up no for that first blood. It's going to be Kai with that second blood as well. Spike Planter killed. It's going to be full on Chaos. 3-on-3. Emmy's going to pick up another one on a 2K right now. Angry picks up one. It's going to be all down to Tony Stark in the 1v3. Going to be moving on over towards Heaven. Going to get a spot on these players. Gets a beautiful one tap. Gets a beautiful second one. Tony Stark in the 1v3 sort of knows where this last player is in this corner here. It's going to be Orbits versus Tony Stark. The 1v1 we've been waiting for this entire time.
30 seconds left.
Still 30 seconds to play with. Orbits gets the read, takes down Tony Stark, puts their team up 11-1. But now it's going to be offense for Pace. As we switch sides here, Edinboro needs to go on a monumentous run.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is a nice spot. This
Appears to be a mid push right now.
Yeah, they're flooding on through mid. A bit of a change of pace there. Early aggression here out of Edinboro, picking up a couple of kills off the rip, exactly what you need to see out of them, but 3 of them are severely weak. It's going to be 3-on-5, but it's going to be Chaos coming on through, picking up an additional one as 2 players end up falling for the side of Edinboro. It's going to be a 2-on-3. However, that Sage out of Edinboro is going to be very weak. Or excuse me, that Sage on Pace is going to be very weak. 2 alive for Edinboro. Tony Stark gonna get taken down as well. 1v2, all down to Blitz here. The spike is planted as well. You kind of got to go here. Does get taken down, and that's gonna be 12th on the board for Pace. 1 round away from forcing to map number 3.
Come on, friends. We're so close. It's basically over.
No charges.
12-1. It doesn't get. It almost does not get more difficult than this if you're Edinboro. I mean, hard to really come up with something to say here. 12-1 kind of speaks for itself. Actions speak louder than words. Let's hope Edinboro's actions speak a whole lot right here. Senryoshi putting down some utils early. Raise grenade coming on through. Here comes the 5 push over through that mid alley. No is gonna end up hopping on through. Gonna throw that nade inside of Zig. Gonna put down some damage on Tony Stark, but Tony Stark still is gonna get the kill. Emmy, meanwhile, is gonna get that plant off. Even though they're at the player disadvantage here, Tony Stark ends up falling. That trade coming in eventually. Sam trading that one out. 2v3 here in favor of Edinboro. However, that is reduced to a 2v2. You can hear that Ares being pulled out. That stun coming in out of Kai, but Kai getting double teamed there. 2v1. Both players suppressed, but it's not going to matter. Pace is going to force the map number 3.
Not what you wanted to see if you are an Edinboro fan, for sure.
Yeah, man, that is a I mean, talk about momentum killers. Losing 13-1 is just I mean, it's unbelievable. What do you think here is something that Edinboro's got to do here, whether it's mentally or gameplay wise?
Mentally, Edinboro needs to reset themselves. They need to go into the mindset, not that we just lost 13-1.
We can hear you, we can hear you, we can hear you.
That we're starting 1-0. Crap. I think...
Just mute.
Yeah.
Put push a talk on for party chat.
Yeah.
Wherever it is. But yeah, I completely agree with you in that you have to hit that mental reset. I mean, you it's not like this series has been a blowout. I mean, if you're Edinboro, you won map number 1. You won it. You just have to be able to find that success again here, and hopefully in map number 3 you're going to be starting on that defense here. With both teams here have struggled immensely on offense so far, so hopefully headed into map number 3 you can get that defensive side start, and then you can start to push forward from there.
For sure.
That's what I'm thinking gameplay wise, but really mentally the IGL's got to step up. I'm not exactly sure who the IGL is for the Edinboro squad. It could be Tony Stark.
I'm pretty sure it is Tony Stark, yeah.
Yeah, they really have to give a good speech to your teammates there, you know. Good old Herb Brooks 1980 Miracle on Ice style. They may win 9 times out of 10, but this is going to be the one time that we win. Not exactly that, of course, because I mean you won map number 1, but
The idea is there.
yeah, exactly. The idea is there. Yeah, they're that's the thing though, is that Edinboro is not some like crazy underdogs in this matchup. They won that map number 1 in a very nice fashion after finding their footing, and then just lost it in that map number 2 completely. So it's a matter of finding that consistency, seeing which direction that you're able to go early on in this one. You found out in that map number 1 early aggression doesn't work. You found out in that map number 2 early aggression doesn't work. So maybe get a little more passive off that start. Try to force the other team to make a mistake rather than forcing yourselves to put yourself in that situation where you make that mistake. So
Absolutely.
that's what I'm looking. That's what I'm looking forward to in this map number 3. All right, I'm going to take a little water break for myself, so I'll be right back, everyone. Chat, we are so back. No, let's hope Edinboro is also so back. As it looks like they're probably also taking a little break before for this map number 3. I mean, it's pretty high stakes here for Edinboro.
It is very high stakes, yes. Map 3 is both stakes for both teams, actually. If you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, if I remember or if I read correctly, both are I believe Pace is still like 1-1 as well. Yeah, so pretty darn important game for both of these guys.
Here we go.
Especially on Pearl too, man. Ooh, this is gonna get a bit mixy. Yeah, so I mean, both these teams are fighting for their playoff lives with this right here, and especially with these two teams being so close, this could even be a tiebreaker to get into playoffs. For all we know, with how close these teams are right now, so a lot on the line right for these guys.
Absolutely.
Who do you guys got in chat here? Let us know who are you rooting for? Well, we know who you're rooting for. Who specifically are you rooting for here? I want to see Chaos. So Chaos last week had a really good map number 1, and ever since then haven't seen the same level out of him since then. So like, we know Chaos has it in him. We know it. If Chaos can bring that out, then I really think Edinboro can get off to a hot start and take this map. And that mixed with Tony Stark, get that op in his hands, and you could really be cooking here. Kai has that clutch factor. I mean, it's just everyone has that ability within them. It's just a matter of getting it going.
Exactly. I was just about to say almost the exact same thing, that all these players have shown performances.
Yeah.
I think it's more a matter of this game of which team is going to be the more consistent.
I completely agree. We've seen every team every player on both sides have their moment. It's just who's going to show up when the pressure's on, you know, about weathering that pressure. Maybe even using that pressure to make yourself a better player. I mean, that's what the greats do.
Exactly.
So it actually looks like Edinboro is going to be on offense here to kick things off. I thought they were going to be on defense, but actually, I think are they on offense? I think they're on offense.
Yes.
Yeah, they have not been doing well on 2 maps. So let's see if they have some magic here on Pearl.
Let's see. This looks like to me just how they're laid out. That this is going to be a hard A push, like a hard A push, just guns blazing. All right, slow walk.
Yeah, a little slow walk. Got to clear out your angles. Does get that blind there. Sanryoshi gonna put up a nice little barricade. Early shots going down to break that barricade. Nice little ice puddles, slow things down a bit. Sanryoshi still standing in the back here. Chaos breaking some ice, literally and metaphorically. Emmy.
Everyone has rotated over to A now.
Yeah, they are expecting this. It's gonna be full on 5v5 break here over towards A. Just kidding. Edinboro is going to start to rotate here as Blitz tries to hold the line a little bit, but Edinboro is actually going to opt to full on rotate, reading that full on A push. So, you know, I love that Blitz is staying behind here, getting that heal, trying to keep those players distracted over towards A, but it actually looks like Pace is going to at least partially read this re-rotate over towards B, and a couple of them are going to start going on over there. But we have a little bit of a split here out of Edinboro. There's a couple players now rotating on over towards that mid, making sure nobody cuts them off. So it's going to be a bit of a mismatch here in favor of Edinboro over towards that B site. As No puts down some damage, not quite able to get the kill. Sam also going to be putting down some damage on the cross, but it's going to be Chaos picking up No. It's going to be a 4-on-3 advantage here for the side of Edinboro. However, 3 of their players are incredibly weak. But regardless, they're going to find that 4th kill, or that third kill, excuse me. Tony Stark, when you're pushing on through that smoke, that spike has been planted as it is starting to get to crunch time here. 4v1, and Edinboro come out on top in round number 1.
Excellent start to that first round for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell their communication was they were very locked in. I mean, I feel like Edinboro in that last match would have tried to force the issue there and push through 5 players. 5 players v 5 players on that site, but instead they did the smart thing. They rotated. They left a player on over towards that A site to keep distracting them and delay the rotation from the other team. They played that very, very well.
I really like
and were
how
able to take that
Blitz
first round.
also played that round, just staying over there just a little bit longer, but keep them over there just a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree. Early explosions and shots going down here from both sides. It looks like it's another A push. A big player you want to keep your eye on here is number 1 on that map. I believe that is the Jet. As some early shots do end up going down, Edinboro do end up picking up those first 2 bloods. 5v3 advantage for Edinboro. Coming on through. Madness has been enabled. It's going to be a 4-on-1 all down the orbits. Nothing you can do in Edinboro. They take the first 2.
Absolutely. Great round from Edinboro.
You know?
Gotta keep this up through the rest of the game, and things should pan out fairly well for Edinboro. All their players are playing very, very well.
Yeah, especially early on in this one, and you said a great thing there. You got to keep it up through the entire game. I mean, that's what Pace did to you in that game 1, and that's what Pace didn't do. Or I mean, excuse me, that's what Pace did in game 2, as they kept it up the entire game. And that's what Pace didn't do in that game 1. They let off that gas and let you come back. So now you're in a position where you're up 2-0. You can put on that gas and you can take a very decisive victory here if you can just keep pushing and stay focused on the objective. And now with that sheriff in hand, Tony Stark is gonna fall. Sanryoshi gonna pick up 2. Orbit's gonna pick up 1 as well, and it's looking like a round for Pace. Chaos is going to be sitting in this corner. He's going to get blinded, unfortunately. Great blind there. It's now going to be all down to Kai, as Kai ends up using that util, but it's not going to matter. The flawless coming in and a great bounce back round
Don't jinx it, though.
out of
Stay
Pace.
Absolutely there. Remember, looks like they're gonna mix it up a little bit this round.
Oh yeah, it does. Look at that. They're all gathered up over towards that B site. Oh, but it looks like at the last second you can actually see Pace. They're starting to prepare for a B hit.
They are.
They're kind of reading this, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
There.
They have the info though.
Mm-hmm. The info is there completely. There goes an early stun attempt, though it's not quite going to hit anyone. Emmy putting down some shots from a distance. Does get tagged up. That's good to get at least a little bit of damage on Emmy there, because Emmy has been part of that one-person wrecking crew that is destroying you guys. Edinboro taking their time, trying to wait out those smokes, and now they're going to make their way on through. Chaos is going to be towards the forefront. He's going to get taken down. Some early shots still going down. Tony Stark able to trade things out. 4v4. Orbits gets taken down. Sam, Kai, Blitz, all finding their kills. It's going to be a 3-on-1 here, all down to Sanryoshi. Sanryoshi's going to fall. Edinboro find another round.
And they get the plan on top of that.
Oh, they do, don't they?
I mean, that
Oh,
does bring a little
man.
bit more eco. Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does give you more eco, and you can already see the eco out of Pace is starting to dwindle a little bit. If you can find this round here in a you know, maybe keep 3 players up here, if you're Edinboro, you will have a very nice eco advantage headed into the next couple rounds.
Absolutely.
So this is a really important round here for Edinboro. If they can find this round, it might as well be as good as a 6-1 advantage here. But it's going to be Blitz falling down early to Orbits. That one is gotta hurt. Sam is going to be making his way over through. Chaos going to grab that util. Get that one ready. No's going to get that blind. He's going to blind Chaos. And Sammy, Tony Stark on the other end, going to find one. Sammy's going to find one. No is going to one. It's going to be a 3-on-3. Sanryoshi actually gets the great angle, but does get spotted out. Gonna pop
I know exactly.
that Sage barricade. Cypher is gonna be uploading, so that pulse is gonna come in. All the info that you could possibly need is gonna be there. Tony Stark as well, popping out some info. With that barricade, Tony Stark's gonna get some great reaction. He's gonna end up picking up one. Piece the corner, gets the switch, gets 2, and that's gonna be a round for Edinboro with 3 up, exactly how I predicted. I could have not have drawn that up better. Sorry, I'm patting myself on the back here, but it's gonna be all on the Edinboro players who did the dirty work. I'm just telling you about it.
Absolutely.
4-1. Yeah, we're just watching the good players do their thing. Exactly. But I mean, like we mentioned before that round, huge round. Can we get a look at that eco again? Okay, so actually, yeah, you can see a little bit of a buy round there. Eco round out of pace, as a lot of them are rocking ghosts, stingers. We saw I can't remember the name of it now. I just saw it or heard it or just said it earlier, but Blitz is going to pick up a couple. It's going to be a 3-on-3 regardless. Sticky situation here for the side of Edinboro. They can't, if they lose this round, that'll be detrimental.
That was close.
They're very close there. With Phoenix.
Kai gets the info.
Oh, Kai with a great kill. 3v2, and Chaos is getting that plant as well. It's going to have to be a 3-on-2 retake. 2 players from the opposing team. Some blind shots going down here for Blitz as he does get hit through that. That Marshall still in the hands of the opposing team. 2v2. Marshall. Oh, the blind. The Marshall kill by Orbits gets the kill, and on an eco round, that's going to be a win for the side of Pace. On the eco round.
I was not expecting that at all.
I was not either. Like, as soon as you brought up that scoreboard and showed that weapon usage from the side of Pace, I was like, this should be an easy round. But now, facing a slight eco problems is going to be Edinboro.
Just like that, it can flip.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be an absolutely huge, another huge round for as far as ecos go. 2-4, but you saw ecos on both sides are almost even because of that huge win out of Pace. So if there's another important round you want to win, it's going to be this one. If you're Edinboro. Some early shots going down, though. Nothing quite coming of it. Orbit's still doing some damage from a distance. Chaos is going to end up pushing forward a little bit here with that Vandal. Orbits as well, picking a corner. Just a little bit of a good old standoff here. Tony Stark gonna throw some utils, as well as Kai throwing that flash. And gonna get that stun as well. They're actually gonna hit a couple players with that stun. Some blind shots going down. Orbits and Emmy pick up a couple. Angry's gonna pick up, well, it's gonna be all down to Tony in the 1v4. But Tony's gonna come up behind 3 players. Tony's gonna come up behind 3 players. He's gonna pick up 1. He's gonna pick up 2. Tony gonna pick up 3.
Does he get the read? Does he get the read?
Tony, are you gonna get the read on this player behind you? No, you're not. No is gonna get the kill. Tony Stark almost finding the 1v4, but not almost. Doesn't count in Valorant, unfortunately. It's gonna be 3-4 here as Pace picks up 1.
Very close game so far. Very close.
Yeah, man, this is incredible so far. What a show. If Tony Stark won that last round, I might have had to do a backflip there, but
This is definitely looking like a mid bush for sure.
yeah, hard mid here out of Edinboro.
There.
Coming on through. Only 2 players really set up to defend this, maybe 3 out of the side of pace. First blood going for Sam.
There's my buddy.
As you find an advantage here for Edinboro. Nice little flash going out. And an ult coming out as well from Edinboro. The flash coming in. Noah still finding a kill in the flash. Four v 3 here for Edinboro. Kai is going to throw another flash.
You want to fight it?
4v3.
42.
Chaos going to turn that corner, get some assist. Smoke's going to come out of Angry.
Last player standing.
All down to Angry. Angry's going to fall. Edinboro finds 5.
That was the answer back that Edinboro needed for sure.
Absolutely, man. I completely agree with you. Edinboro needed that one. Just keep that edge. Just keep that edge.
What I'm noticing is the past 2 maps, Tony Stark has not been using the op recently.
Yeah, you're right. They haven't been really. I mean, this map doesn't feel like too much of an op map. I don't think there's as many clear lanes as there is in that map. Map number 2, there is definitely a couple areas where you could use, but just as we see, here comes Angry with that Marshall in hand. Gonna get a hit, but not enough to kill with that Marshall. Tony Stark's gonna be moving up with that Vandal. Putting down some damage, does end up getting that kill. Kill assist, I should say. 3v3.
Looks like they're rotating over to the A site.
Yeah, they are going to end up pulling off that rotate, but oh man, that's going to be a unfortunate first blood, or fortunate, I should say, for Edinboro.
There wasn't even a first blood. Angry just died. No one killed Angry.
Angry was just sick of it and just left. Angry rage quit. Oh. Of course not actually, but you know, it's fun to joke around here. But 5-3, nice little blind going out. Kai does end up picking up 1 with the blind, picks up 1 while blinded. Kai picks up the second. Chaos is going to end up getting that plant as well. Just gets that spike planted. It's going to be a 4v1 here. Adam all down to Orbits with that Marshall. Gonna get blinded as well.
Tony Stark's coming up behind.
Tony Stark with the flank. He's gonna line up that 1 tap, gets it beautifully, and shoots the body. It's Edinboro 6-3.
Beautiful from Edinboro. Absolutely beautiful. I don't have any other words to say other than that.
It's starting to heat up here, man. It's starting to get hot in the kitchen.
It is.
The body shots coming in. A little bit of smack talk in that chat. 6-3 Edinboro. They are 7 rounds away from winning the series. Orbits is going to be watching.
Takes it off.
That B site. He's gonna back right up as soon as he senses that pressure. 2 players over towards mid. Tony Stark takes them both.
Oh yeah, monster on the loose.
Watch the flank.
Tony Stark looking for more as he pops that flash, but it's going to be Orbits forcing to back up and popping that smoke. Sam Chaos
Strength is blocking vision.
gonna be in the area. Tony Stark popping even more visual obscurers. Getting that over towards Angry. That's a 3K for Tony Stark here. 2 remain for the side of Pace. Orbits does end up getting blinded. Orbits ends up falling to Chaos. It's going to be all down to, or excuse me, all down to Orbits. But Orbits is going to pick up 2 before getting taken down. Edinboro 7-3.
Edinboro just keeps performing better and better each round. They had 5 players alive when they got that spike down. They were set.
They had the setup that they wanted. They had the setup that they wanted, and they took advantage of it, and they took the round 7-3. Now you can't get too overconfident. You know, Tony Stark, if you want to bring up the stats here, I want to see how Tony Stark's doing here. 15 frags. Absolutely crushing it. And their eco is sitting pretty as well. And the eco from the side of Pace, not looking too good. If Pace loses this round, they're going to be forced into an eco. Another terrible eco situation here for the side of Pace. Blitz is going to pop that ult. He's going to walk right into the orbits, though, with that Phoenix. Luckily, it was just his decoy. It's going to be Kai picking up 1 off the rip, but no and Angry both picking up kills. Kai's going to get taken down with that Ares. It's going to be a 2v3 here. Blitz walking around the corner, gets the 1 tap. 2v2.
They're watching Spike.
Run, little man.
They are watching that spike, absolutely.
Your duty is
2v2, that Sage gets exposed for a while. Tony Stark picks up that kill onto Angry. Blitz and Tony Stark gets the job done. Blitz with the 3K. It's Edinboro 8-3 in the driver's seat.
They weren't able to get that spike down, but this is last round before swap.
Yeah, man, last round before swap. And I mean, I was talking about it coming into this, but both teams have heavily struggled on offense, but it's Edinboro finding a way to get it done on offense here consistently in map number 3 when it matters the most.
That goes there.
It's like a hard A push.
Hard A push here out of Edinboro. No is going to have the first say on this one. He gets taken down by Kai.
Somebody's there. Mosh pit.
Chaos going to throw some utils around. He's going to get a trade with Orbits.
I know exactly.
Chaos trying to load up the goofy goober there. Emmy's gonna fall to Tony Stark here. It's gonna be a 4-on-2 here for Edinboro. Tony Stark gonna pop that ult. Still has not pulled out that op, but is gonna get the kill around the corner. He's gonna get the 3K for the round. Tony Stark.
Tony Stark does not even need that op right now.
Exactly. He doesn't even need it. He can do it with whatever weapon you throw in his hand. He's rolling right now. Nine to 3 for Edinboro.
So we're starting out with a pretty hard A push, or B push, my bad, from Pace.
Yeah, they are heavily pushing that B site, it looks like, here on that offense for Pace.
Right there.
Looks like only 2 defenders there for the side of Edinboro. Emmy gonna be waving that magic wand around, but it's gonna be Chaos. Ends up falling down 4v3 here in favor of Pace. That flash is gonna go down, though they're not gonna get because of counter util coming in out of Pace. And now Kai is gonna end up falling 3-on-5 here in favor of Pace, as they do end up getting that spike planted. Bit of a spread here for Edinboro. Sam's gonna end up falling as well. 2v4 or 2v5, excuse me. Tony Stark Gonna use a bit of utility. Is gonna find one, though down to 10 HP. Not gonna have too much to work with. Does end up falling. Blitz. Trying to do what he can. He's gonna run into a couple players. Does end up picking up one. Is gonna end up falling, and that's a round for Pace. Well needed round. However, if you're gonna lose a round, that is the round to lose. That is a full eco round off the side switch. So if you are losing a round, that is the round to lose.
Yes. Looks like Pace changed her mind. Thought we was gonna see
Yeah.
an A push, but changed her mind, went over to B.
You're right. They just changed their mind. Remember, guys, playoff implications on both of these teams in this map. Whichever team wins is going to set themselves up better for making playoffs. The losing team is going to have a much, much, much harder road to go. Spike planted right off the rip here for Pace. It's going to be Chaos falling for that first blood. Emmy's going to get the spot on another. Some shots being exchanged back and forth here. Brimstone also very weak. 2 end up falling. 3 end up falling. 4 end up falling. It's going to be all down to Blitz here with that spike planted as well. He's going to fall, and it's going to be Pace picking up 2 in a row.
That did look like an eco round from Edinboro, though.
Yeah, that losing that first round in the fashion that they did is going to force that second eco. So hopefully here they're gonna be able to buy in the next in either like maybe half buy in this round and full buy next round.
Looks like they almost full bought this round.
Oh wow, okay. They believe in themselves here. Absolutely love to see it. The flash comes in and Kai picks up that one before getting traded. Chaos also going to be here with that goofy goober in hand. Looks like they're thinking about a rotate here out of Pace.
Where Angry's at, though, with bomb. Oh. Okay. There's the rotate. Okay.
There's the rotate here out of Pace. But 2 players are going to be in position to try and cut off this rotate here, or at least slow it down. If you are Edinboro, Tony Stark with that shotgun's going to pick up 1. With that shotgun, puts down a lot of damage. Puts down a whole bunch of damage. Trying to jiggle peek there, as Tony Stark is known for. Emmy picks up 1. More damage out of Tony Stark. Just put down that damage. He gets the kill. Baits him out completely. Gets the long range shotgun. Gets the 4K for Tony Stark. Incredible out of Tony Stark.
And he picks up the Vandal.
And he picked up the Vandal. Great catch there, Tank.
Go from very, very okay eco to a little bit better now.
Yeah. Wait, bring up that scoreboard one more time. I think might be a half eco there out of Edinboro.
Like a half eco from Edinboro. Yes. Tony Stark's pushing up a little far on this B side.
If Tony Stark doesn't pick up that Vandal, then maybe it's a full. But he picks up that Vandal. They win the round. In a position to do some damage here. Tony Stark's gonna pick up 1. Tony Stark's gonna pick up 2 beautiful kills. Evening things out here. 2v3 or 3v3. Sam's gonna back up a bit. Only with that ghost in hand. Gonna look for some weapons on the ground here. Orbits does pick up Kais and Ryoshi picks up Blitz. It's going to be all down to Blitz as he picks up 1, or it's going to be a 2v2. Bit of a smoke there. Half smoke. Orbits trying to put down some damage there on that cross. Orbit's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here. Going to have to fight his way out, but Blitz is going to pick up the kill. 2v1. Spike is down. All down to San Ryoshi.
Defuse.
Yeah, they have to hop on that bomb. Get that coverage there.
Off.
Oh, and they get the kill. Is he gonna get that hop?
Yes.
He does. 11-5. All Tony Stark needed was that new crosshair. I believe it. New crosshair, new me.
Cheers.
That'll work.
Edinboro, 2 rounds away from keeping those playoff hopes alive. Tony Stark going to be met with a lot of players. Does have the right gun for it. Picks up 2. Picks 3 for Tony Stark.
Tony Stark has absolutely no mercy at all right now.
Absolutely none.
Edinboro is going to be holding down this site. They're not letting them move at all.
Yeah, I don't blame him either. That res does come in out of Sage, though, from the other side. It's going to make it a 4v3. Chaosto's going to come through, take out that Sage. 2v4. As Sam gets the trade. 1v3. Sam, Blitz, get the kill. It's going to be Edinboro on series point.
Match point.
And boy, do they have the eco. The full buy right now.
Tony Stark has the op now.
Tony Stark with the op. Can we hop on board with Tony Stark here? I want to see what damage he's going to do.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
30 kills is insane.
That is insane. 30 kills. Averaging about 1.5 kills a round.
Gets one.
Gets the first blood with the op.
Got it. Concealment.
Do it for the people, Tony. He's like, my job's done here. I'm rotating. It's going to be Kai coming on through. Kai's going to get taken down. 4v4.
Tony Stark does get the read.
Get out of my way.
Tony Stark does get the read. Gonna pull back out that op. He's gonna be in the perfect position here. Picks up 1. He's gonna rotate on over, get that reload with that op, try to catch another angle, and he's gonna hit the shot, but does get taken down. Not enough to kill. Orbits, meanwhile, using that throwing knife. Orbits is gonna get tagged down to 33. Here comes the push here out of Angry on the side flank. Gonna pick up 1. Gonna pick up 2 out of Angry. 1v2 now. All up to Blitz. Blitz is going to get that flash. He's going to push on through. He's not going to hit anything flash, but he's going to get tagged down to 42. Knows there's a player here.
Going up.
Pulling up that fire barricade. Gonna pick up the op. That spike is going to be down, though. I think he's going to try to just save the op. I mean, you know, you're up 5-12. No reason to try and hero a round out.
Yeah,
just
no
pick up
reason.
the op, save eco. Exactly.
Had to do a
Here.
quick ban real quick on the Twitch stream. 12-6 Edinboro.
12-6. They have,
Guys.
at the minimum, 7 rounds to find something here. To take the series.
That is a very
Ton-
cheeky position for Tony Stark.
Blocking vision.
Yeah, just sitting deep in spawn here. The full wrap is coming too. Did Tony Stark just read this? Oh, he gets taken out with the swipe out of Sanryoshi. 4v3. Locations are active. Yeah, that flick was crazy. Sam is going to be up top. He's going to be in an important position. A couple utils going out, a couple blind opportunities
Trades 3v3.
going down. Not able to take any shots. Kai's gonna pick up 2. Angry gets the trade. It's gonna be a 3-on-3.
Can't use this.
Sanryoshi gets taken down by Kai with the op, who picked up the op. Kai is gonna, it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be all down to Orbits for their playoff hopes. And he gets taken down. It's gonna be Edinboro taking the series 2-1 as they keep their playoff hopes alive. Let's get it, guys. W Boro in chat.
What a game.
How we feeling?
Both teams. That's all I have to say.
Whew. Well, thank you very much, Tank, for being here with me.
Thank you as
Appreciate-
well.
Appreciate you, bud. You're crushing it on the production side.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. And appreciate all of you viewers out there. You guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in for this Edinboro victory as they continue to hunt for those playoffs. Whew. And guys, that's going to be it for us here for the night. Thank you all very much. Be sure to hit that follow button here for more Fighting Scots Esports. And guys, we will see you for the next one. Good night.